Hello everybody, it's me Heather, and today I have a face of the day and tutorial using mineral makeup from Clare Blanc or Clare Blanc. So this is an international brand. They have offices in Europe as well as in the United States, so they do ship internationally. So let me introduce you to the brand really quick, and then we'll get into the tutorial. So they did send me these items for review. Very generous, I appreciate that. So first off, let's talk about the packaging, then we'll get into the actual makeup, then we'll get into the tutorial. So first off, this is just, I absolutely love this packaging. So there you go, that's Clare Blanc. And yes, that is gold lettering. Isn't that pretty? And I love this like Tiffany blue. But look at this, just I'm always amazed by detail to packaging, especially an independent brand. So this is a small independent brand. Right there embossed on here, it says care about you. When you open it up, look how it folds open. Just again, amazing attention to detail. On the inside of every little package, or every box I should say, there is the company's manifesto. So I'm going to read that to you really quick because I think this manifesto can resonate with a lot of us. It says, I know what I want. I like myself. I am not afraid of changes. I'm close to nature. I love freedom. I make mistakes. Sometimes you have to lose your way to find the right path. I call it experience. I know how to take care of myself. I know how to take care of you. C. Blanc. So I love that manifesto. That's really a very personal message. And like I said, I think it can resonate for a lot of us. So love that. Mineral makeup brand, a lot of natural ingredients. So they're not only about making you feel beautiful, but also be good for your skin. For example, the foundation, the Super Balanced Foundation, is available in loose form as well as, whoops, over here dropping stuff, is available in loose form as well as pressed powder. So they were generous enough to send me 3 sample shades of the foundation, since it can be kind of tricky to find your foundation online. So they sent me 3 shades that they figured one of them would work. One of them did work. The shade that worked for me, and I misplaced it, which is funny, but they sent it to me in one of these little sample things. The shade that works for me is Warm 560. So in case you're wondering, and it does have SPF 15 in it naturally. So this is actually not the shade, because like I said, I just misplaced it, but this is just so you can see the sample size. That was definitely more than enough for me to do full face. So I was able to use the foundation not only as a foundation, but I also used it as a concealer. So when we go to the tutorial, you'll see how I used it. They have a humongous range of foundations, very impressive, especially for an independent brand. Again, I have to throw this out there. I'm always amazed at the attention to detail that some of these independent brands really put into their product. When you see brands at the drugstore, middle tier brands, high-end brands, multi-million-dollar brands that have the backing of huge corporations, yet they give us makeup with harmful ingredients as well as lackluster, boring, dull, sometimes straight up ugly and cheap packaging. But then you have brands like this that really go all out to not only give you good product that's good for you, that has a lot of good ingredients, just, and then on top of it, they pay attention to packaging. They understand it's an overall experience. It's not just the makeup, it's how the makeup, how owning the makeup makes you feel, that, that pride of ownership. Because when I opened this box, and this was sent to me for review, when I opened this box and the way they presented everything, they had it wrapped up with tissue paper. They had just everything was arranged so beautifully face up, so that when I would open it, it would just be this beautiful presentation. And that's so huge when when you buy makeup. I mean, some of you are going to think I'm a little over top about this, but for those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so really impressed by the overall presentation and the packaging. But this is just the box. Let me talk about the actual packaging. Well, I'll talk about that in a moment. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the package. No, let's talk about the makeup, then we'll talk about the packaging. How about that? Because I think you guys want to hear more about the makeup. So they're they have a nice range of eyeshadows. They come in they come in three finishes. They have them in matte, satin, as well as shimmer. And what I also like is this brand does let you order sample sizes of the foundation, which is what I have here. So if you're not sure about your shade, you can get a couple, sample foundations to get your right shade. Now with this, the eyeshadows come in just one size, understandably, but they have a really good range of shades. So first off, here's the packaging. We'll talk a little bit about that more in a moment. And I'm trying to cheat off their site so I don't forget everything. All right, so the packaging, first off, I love the lid on this. I don't know how well this reads on camera, but it's kind of almost like an antique gold. It's very stylish, very sophisticated. Clare Blanc in white on the lid. And what I also like is that all of the products have a sifter. That is so outrageously important, as we all know. Gotta have a sifter. Gotta have a sifter. So they've got two types of sifters. They have on the eyeshadow ones, they have the pore sifter. So I don't know how well you can see that. There you go. Have the pore sifter, as you say. But that's nice because you can just dip your brush right in and tap that off. That's good. This is, they have a good selection of shades. This is a rose gold shade that I'm currently wearing. And in fact, like I said, everything that I have on my face, plus a couple of products from my own collection to, finish everything off. Good selection of eyeshadow shades, rose gold, anything seems to be really on trend right now. So I was happy to see that they have a rose gold eyeshadow. So I was able to request that when they agreed to send me things for review. So this is the shade Coral Rose. Anyways, so they also have brow products. I'm not reviewing any of the brow products because honestly, loose mineral brow powders are just not going to work for me very well since my brows are very sparse to begin with. So I always need a kind of waxy or pomade type product that really sticks to the skin so I can create the illusion of having hair. But if you have nice, full, natural brows, they do have brow products if you want to try those out. They also have two shades of eyeliner. And yes, those are also in mineral form. And those are in the shades Perfect Black and Stormy Gray. I have the shade Perfect Black here, and I am wearing it, but I did use a mixing medium, and I'll show you that whenever I do the tutorial after this. So again, you get a generous amount of product. So the foundations get quite large. They can get quite big. The eyeshadows, like I said, obviously, understandably, come in one size. So let's see, that's the eyeliner. Whoop, there you go. The eyeshadow is 1.6 grams or 0.05 ounces. And I believe it's and the black eyeliner is a bit larger. It's 2.5 grams, 0.08 ounces. So now let's move on to the blush. So again, they have a nice range of blushes. They come in three finishes: matte, sheen, and satin. I have a satin blush here. This is in the shade Lollipop, and I really piled it on for you guys so you could see it in this video. I want to make sure you can really see it. It's quite large. You can get a sample size of ones you want to try. And then, of course, the full size is 4 grams or 0.14 ounces. And again, it does have the sifter. This has the salt and pepper type of shaker, as I like to call it. It's got the sifter with the holes. So you got the salt and pepper type of sifter on here, which is nice. So it helps to keep the mess down, which is always good. And again, nice selection of shades and finishes. And then I have two more items to show you, and then we'll go into the tutorial. So they have some really cool powders. I have a bronzing powder and I have an illuminating powder. or luminizing powder. So I'll show you the luminizing powder first. They have 3 shades of luminizing powder, and this one's actually really cool. Again, you can order a sample size so you can test it out, test out the shade. A full size is huge. It's 12 grams or 0.42 ounces. And I have to warn you, I made quite a mess with this one, so don't be afraid. That's just me being messy when I was testing this out. It does have a sifter. This has the salt and pepper type sifter, but like I said, I made quite the mess. This is actually really gorgeous. This shade is called Flourish, and it's a luminizing powder with a pink undertone. You might not be able to see it too well because of the bright lights, but I am wearing it, and oh, slay. I mean, yeah, this is some gorgeous stuff. There you can kind of see the pink undertone of this luminizing powder. Very, very, very pretty. And all around my crown, a little bit in the contour sides of my nose, along my jawline, I am wearing the bronzing powder. The bronzing powder comes in 2 finishes. They have it in matte as well as glow. So I have the matte bronzer, or one of the matte bronzers. This is in the shade Rocka Laka. And again, you can order a sample size or you can order the full size. Again, I made quite the mess with this, but it does actually have a sifter. I was messy when I was testing these out. And generous amount of product, 13 grams or 0.46 ounces. So almost half an ounce of, whoo, this stuff's big. Very big. Okay, so let's move on to the review, and then I'll come back for final thoughts.
Okay, so I've already cleansed and moisturized my face. I always start off with a facial primer. This is the Melissa B Naturally Shimmering Face and Body Primer. So first, let's go ahead and use our foundation. This is the Super Balanced Foundation in Warm 560. And I'm applying it just with a little kabuki brush. I'm using circular motions. Might be hard to tell I'm using circular motions because the video is sped up so quickly, but I'm just using little circular motions to buff it into my skin. This is lightweight and has really good coverage, and it just instantly makes your skin look like porcelain. Really nice, not cakey at all. And then I'm using that exact same foundation. Now I'm just using a little buffing brush, and I'm just applying it directly underneath my eyes. It instantly brightens my under eye area and provides a little extra coverage. I'm one of those people, I absolutely have to wear an eyeshadow primer. So this is just the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer, just the original formula. I'm applying that to my lash line and my eyelids. Now let's start with the mineral eyeshadow in Coral Rose. This is a beautiful rose gold eyeshadow. I'm taking a flat panel brush and literally just pressing it onto my eyelids. It has excellent pigmentation and it wears very long, doesn't fade, just gorgeous. And once I'm done patting it onto my lids, I actually take the brush and then just swipe it on just to increase the pigmentation a tad more. Then I take a medium fluff brush and I just blend out the crease. Now using the mineral eyeliner in Perfect Black, I like winged liner, so instead of using this as like a smoky eye and smoking it out, I am using a mixing liquid from Mayron so that I can better use this for winged liner. All I do is I take a scoop of the mineral eyeliner in Perfect Black, and then I add a drop of the mixing liquid from Mayron, and then once it gets to the consistency I want, I just take a pointed liner brush. I just dip that in and I create the winged liner. And this is super duper duper black. Like, it's so, you could also just take like an eyeliner brush and use this dry. Then you're obviously going to get a softer, more diffused effect. So for those of you that are big fans of smoky eye and really just smoking out your eyeliner, you could use this. But I always like a very defined, dramatic eyeliner, so I turned it into a winged eyeliner. So, did some mascara. Eyes are done. So, next we'll move on to the mineral luminizing powder and Flourish, but then I realized, oops, forgot my eyebrows. So I'm using Dirty Blonde. This is a brow gel cream from MAC. It's in the shade Dirty Blonde, and as I've mentioned several times in the video, I just need a product like this that has that kind of consistency that really sticks to the skin, and I can create the illusion of having brows where I don't. So this is pretty much my go-to product for brows. I've literally been using this, I think now maybe for 2 years, almost religiously. So it's really hard for me to switch to anything else right now for brows. So now I'm just cleaning up the edges of my brows. Remember, they are sisters, not twins. So don't drive yourself too crazy trying to get your brows totally symmetrical. All right, moving on to the Mineral Luminizing Powder in Flourish. This is absolutely gorgeous. Applying it to my chin, Cupid's bow, bridge of my nose, applying it to my cheekbones, up towards the brow area just a little bit. So gorgeous. Look at that glow and that pink undertone. I love it. So then I'm taking the Mineral Bronzing Powder in Raka Laka. This is matte. I'm using an angled contour brush. I'm applying it to my jawline and blending it down into my neck just to add a little bit more dimension to my face. Then I'm applying it to my contour area, the hollows of my cheeks, and the bridge of my forehead. I'm taking a clean buffing brush and I'm just blending out some of that contour. Then I go back and I apply some of the bronzing powder to the sides of my nose. Now we're ready for the blush. This is the mineral blush in a Lollipop. It has a satin finish, and I really pile it on in this video so you guys can see the color of this blush. It's just absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I definitely applied it really heavy-handedly so you guys could see it. And then I just, blend it out a little with a clean buffing brush. Now for my lips, I'm using ColourPop's Ultra Matte Liquid Lipstick. This is the shade Monday, and that completes the look. Used everything I received from Clare Blanc, plus a couple of items from my personal collection. Now let's get on to the final thoughts.
I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I just wanted to do some final thoughts on this. Oh, and I also wanted to mention really quick, I actually had to reshoot part of this video, the actually intro of this video, as well as this part right here, the outro, where I'm doing final thoughts on the products and overall review. I didn't have my sound on for the parts where I was actually talking when I was recording, so I had to re-record that. No big deal. Still had all my makeup on. I did actually add some black eyeliner, just a pencil black eyeliner to my waterline. Just wanted to throw that out there because I didn't do it in the tutorial. At the time, I wasn't wearing any eyeliner on my bottom line. Just throwing that out there. Okay, so this brand is, first off, it's gorgeous. It's made in Europe. Like I said, but it's international. They ship internationally. You can check out the website Clare Blanc or clareblanc.com to order stuff. You can get sample sizes. You can get full sizes. Very good selection. The foundation selection, very good. I mean, they really have a shade for everybody. And all the different undertones. Neutral, cool, warm, beige. They have something for everybody. So you can definitely check that out. Again, I absolutely love the packaging. I love the manifesto. This was a really pleasant unboxing experience. And yes, the manifesto is actually inside the box. In case you're like, where'd it go? It's just so bright in here with this light. So love the packaging. Also love the packaging of the actual makeup itself. It's very functional. It's very sleek and sophisticated. Very nice looking. The sifter will help keep your mess factor down because let's be honest, when it comes to loose mineral makeup, there's always the mess factor. How messy it gets really depends on you. They do provide you with the sifters so that you can actually shut it off and keep it from coming out. So if you're traveling, anything like that, and then you can just twist open the sifter to adjust how much product actually comes out. All these have all the products I have extremely good pigmentation, easy to build up, easy to blend out, easy to apply. Even the foundation, as you saw in the tutorial, it looked like I was adding a lot because I have these little sample jars. So I really had to go in there, but it was more than enough product for me to do my entire face, and I still have a bunch of it left. But It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look powdery. It's very finely milled, very easy to blend out. And because it is mineral makeup, it has that natural SPF in it. It has SPF 15 for the foundation. And I love that it just evens out your skin tone. It's lightweight. It doesn't, I've had this on for several hours actually, and just my natural oils have kicked in, but I'm not getting oily. So it's very high quality, very beautiful mineral makeup. I highly recommend it. And I'm very appreciative that you allowed me to check out your products and spread the word, Clare Blanc. Thank you very much. Okay, if you want to check out Clare Blanc or Clare Blanc, just go to the website clareblanc.com. I'll leave a link to it down below. I don't get any kind of commission or anything if you shop through that link. It's just to get you guys there so you can check it out. Let me know if you guys have any questions or comments. Just leave them down below and I'll get back to you. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. That way, the next way I upload a video, I'll pop up in your subscription feed. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Heather N. King. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.